Man, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Sickness will throw a wrench into the best laid plans. I actually got sick while we were filming an Adventure Archives episode. That was an interesting experience, which you will see eventually. But for today, Assault Suits Valken Declassified. Eagle-memoried viewers might remember that I got the Super Nintendo version of this. This is one of my favorite games of all time. To have a physical version at all was just an amazing thing. And so, when they announced the Switch version, that also came with the soundtrack. I had to get it. Oh baby, this is exciting. Double dipping on games. If it's for the right game, I do not feel bad at all. Look at that incredible artwork. Look at that neck. Look at the little lens flares. Come on. Carefully open it. Nice. Physical cartridge, art cards, and the main thing I'm looking forward to, the soundtrack. Yes. Let me tell you something. CDs will absolutely make a comeback. All it's gonna take is one influential person on TikTok to start talking about how great CDs are and how much better the sound quality is than vinyl, and people are gonna be all over it. You know what? Do we have a CD player in here? PS2. Now, I'm not actually sure where the controller is for this at the moment, but we do have the DVD remote. Let's see if we can just get an audio signal out of this so we can at least listen to the music. We'll also have to do some adapting. Don't actually have video output on this right now. Let's see if this just works. I'll just hit play. Oh, this doesn't have a built-in receiver, does it? Okay, well, that's very disappointing. We're gonna have to listen to this some other day. Okay, it's the next day. Welcome back. If you've played this game before, you know this song. And oh, just instantly it takes you back to that title screen. Oh, also, look at these titles. Has the titles of any Super Nintendo soundtrack gone this hard before? Fully set up for penetration. No time, no shield. Till the crack of doom. Come on, man. Looking for the infinitude. Anyway, I don't know if this is actually true, but this feels like one of the longest stretches of time where I've been just off rhythm. It's now February of 2025. We filmed an episode a week and a half ago, but before that, the last episode we filmed was at the end of September. So that was October, November, December, and January without any filming. Granted, we edited and released multiple episodes in that time, but it just hasn't felt like I've been on a good rhythm of being able to work consistently on one thing. And during the holidays, your schedule's always going to get messed up, but it feels like this stretch of time has been longer than usual for me of getting back to a normal routine. I want to feel like I've got some continuity. I write some music, I do some editing, have a weekend, write some music, do some editing, have another weekend, do some filming. And getting sick in the middle of that, of course, throws a wrench into things even more. But I always have complete faith that I will eventually get back into the rhythm. It's like Cool Runnings, man. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. To that end, I have updated some of the equipment for Adventure Archives. Let me show you. So you might have seen in the past us wearing these little microphones. This is the Rode Wireless Go 2. You put a little fur windscreen on the top here, and then you might have seen us clip it right here. And this records to some onboard storage. We take those files, we sync them up with the video, and we get some pretty good sound. However, there's a couple of things I'm not a big fan about this though. For one thing, there's only two little lights to show you everything that's going on. This is the only button to control anything, and it takes forever to turn on. And this is just not enough information to know what's happening. I have it set up to just immediately start recording once you turn it on, but it's just never been a very good experience. Plus, this is probably mostly user error, but the audio often clips because I have the levels set too high. Sometimes we talk too low, sometimes we talk too loud. Anyways, the technology has continued to improve. And I decided to upgrade us to the DJI Mic 2, which are these little guys right here. They are a little bit smaller than the Rode Wireless Go 2, but more importantly, it has 32-bit float recording, which means that you can talk as loud as you want and it won't clip the audio. It also has very nice controls. It has an actual power button here. When you turn it on, it vibrates. So you get some nice tactile feedback that it's on. And then when you want to record, it has an actual record button and a record light indicator. Oh, I can see it's recording. I can see it's on. And then we either clip it to our shirts or our backpack. We get some nice audio. You sync it afterwards, 32-bit float. I can yell like this, and it's no problem, or I could talk at a normal voice. And I can't stress this enough, but just having good controls on your device, it sometimes matters so much more than like video quality or audio quality. If I can't operate it comfortably in the field, that's a problem. I have said before on this vlog that I think GoPros are the most trash cameras. You should not buy them. And I've been burned by them so many times. I bought the GoPro Hero Session, I bought the Black 8, and I bought the Black 9. They are all garbage. Unless you are in very strong, bright daylight, they are totally useless. And they have the slowest user interface, like you touch things, it just takes forever to do anything. Oh, GoPro sucks. And I'm not indoctrinated to any camera brand. I use Sony cameras, but if anybody else ever comes out with something better, I'm going to use that. Granted, I'm kind of locked in because of all the lenses, but I love Panasonic cameras, I love Sony cameras. The Nikon Z9 looks amazing. If I had some Nikon lenses, I'd probably do that. So it's not a brand thing, it's just GoPros are really garbage. So I recently filmed a video, and have I talked about this video yet? I don't think I've talked about it. The initial idea for this video was to start in Wisconsin and then to see if I could walk all the way to Michigan. Now, the actual idea I ended up using was I took a bike from my house to downtown, took a bus to Chicago, took a train to Wisconsin, and then I took a train all the way to Michigan. But during that video, I needed a point of view camera, and I settled on the DJI Osmo Action 4. And there's a couple of reasons why I chose this camera. For one thing, the video quality is quite good. It does not make me sad like when I see GoPro footage and I'm just like, wow, this is just shockingly bad. But another thing, it hooks wirelessly to this little microphone, which gives you very nice audio. And what I needed was to be able to have a point of view while I was riding the bicycle and also walking around the city. And I actually used this little GoPro clip to clip it to my backpack. And then I just walked around, I rode the bike. I actually haven't edited the video yet, so I don't know how it turned out, but I think it turned out pretty well. And look how responsive this menu is. You can just like click through things, it responds immediately. If you've ever used a GoPro, this is going to be a revelation. Oh man. Even if the latest GoPro 12 or 13 or whatever actually has finally fixed the UI interface problems, the fact that I bought 3 of those things and was burned every time, I was like, oh, this will be the one. This will be the one that fixes all the problems. I don't regret buying many things, but I regret every GoPro I've ever bought. I don't know if this is a term that other people use, but I have something called bag lust. Is this just something I came up with? Probably. Just whenever I see a nice quality bag, I'm just like, oh, I want that bag. I've managed to keep that in check. Every bag that I own is a bag that I use, mostly. Now, like a suitcase doesn't really do much for me, but I am very happy with this suitcase because I was in Japan, Michael took me to a used store, and I got this really nice suitcase for 2,000 yen. That's like $15. And all of my bags actually fit inside of this bag. You've seen this before. This is my camera backpack. I often, when I fly, either have to check this or a camping backpack, and then this is my carry-on filled with camera stuff. If I'm doing some one-bag travel, you have seen this many times in all of my Japan videos. This is the Tortuga travel backpack. They do not make this specific model anymore. It is mostly good. I think the main thing I don't like that much about it is it's not very rigid. It's kind of floppy. Overall, it has served me quite well. I may replace this in the near future. This is a tiny backpack I used on my last trip to Japan. I wanted a really small, low-profile backpack. It served that need really well, but it's just so specific, I don't use it that often. And this one is the Peak Design duffel bag, and this is what I used every day before I got the Evergoods Civic duffel bag. I think that's what it's called. And the reason why I upgraded is because, for one, it's bigger, but it's also more rigid. This thing is like a portable box. Look what I have in here. It's like the clown car of bags. Oh, here's a Rode Wireless Go. Oh, here's an Xbox controller. Oh, here's a whole thing of cables. Oh, do you want a whole Xbox? Oh, here is a water bottle. Oh, here is a 16-inch laptop. And then why not wallet, keys, cleaning cloth, cell phone, headphones, pins. Oh, the Transit duffel. This is called the Transit Duffel 35 liter. A duffel bag is not good for traveling. I never take this thing anywhere with me when I'm traveling. It's only when you go to and from the car, from your office and your house. You got this portable box, put it in your car, carry it here, set it down. That is way better than a backpack. A backpack is for when you actually need to be able to walk and carry something. If I'm gonna be walking long distances, I need like a good way to carry it. But if I just wanna store stuff, this is not the best way to do it. One that opens from the top is a little bit better. But still, this opening cannot compare to this opening. Okay, well this is the wrong box. I think I'm just gonna leave you here and I will deal with this. But thank you as always for watching. Hope you have a good one. Here's to the rhythm and the rhyme. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, it is the next day. Welcome back. Let me try that again.